Well, hi guys, it's that time. It's our Bible teaching snippet of the day. Well, let me start with giving a little shout out to a buddy of mine. Olivia, I wanted to say hello to you today. Your grandmother inboxed me this morning and left me a really good message. So Rhonda, thank you for your encouraging message. You blessed me. For me to get up and read that was awesome. But I want to talk to Olivia. Olivia, thank you for watching my teaching snippets. I want you to know this. God has such an awesome plan for your life. And I get to actually be a part of that by teaching you stuff about Him so you can see all these wonderful things that I see all the time. Did you know He wants you to live an extraordinary life? He wants all of us to live extraordinary lives and to experience all of the miracles and healings and wonderful things that I get to live every day. Each and every one of us is special to Him, and He has a great plan for every one of us. So Olivia, thank you for sitting and watching me teach each day. Today's, I'm just going to do it's unusual. I'm not really going to do a teaching. I want to tell you some more really cool stuff that I've seen. Yesterday, I was talking about the lens in my glasses where God and look, it was wrapped neatly in a Kleenex. That blew me away when I saw that in my glove box, that God had put that there. Today, I want to tell you some more stuff about things being transported. I talked about the boat and them landing on the other side of the Lake of Galilee. And I specifically talked about Philip. And this is in Acts chapter 8. I overlooked giving you the chapter yesterday. It's Acts chapter 8. Philip gets the eunuch. He's an Ethiopian eunuch, and he gets him born again, baptized in water and everything. And then Philip gets picked up and moved. The distance between where he was at and the city he landed in is 25 miles. Immediately, he was transported to there. There's a really good story about John G. Lake. He was transported from Africa in his church where he was knelt down praying, and in the spirit he translated to Wales to a mental institution where a girl was completely out of her mind. They even had her strapped down. He went in the room, prayed for her. 3 years later, he goes to Wales physically, and he matches his record of the day and time that happened in the spirit of him in Africa. And the very next day, this woman is completely in her mind and is released from the mental institution. And the dates matched up perfectly, and even the room number that he was in. So God is good, guys. Now, I've got a couple of stories I want to tell you that are personal to me. The first one I'm going to tell you, and I may be giving Courtney away. Kid, I'm sorry if I'm messing you up. So I'm going to trust that it's okay that I do this. When she was in high school, she was dating Cody. They're engaged and getting married now, but she had his class rank. And she loses the class ring, and she's in an uproar over this. So I started praying with her in the car. She's headed to my house for the weekend, and we're praying about it. I saw a vision of her losing it there around the ball field that night. This is a Friday night at a football game. So I started praying that God would let someone find that ring that knew Courtney and would make sure she got that ring back, that it was given back to her. Did you know that ring that she lost, I found it in my bedroom floor? And so God answered my prayer of giving it to someone that knew Courtney. We found her ring in my bedroom floor, and so she got the ring. Cody, it's okay, she didn't lose the ring. It was just misplaced for a little while. So that's another miracle story about God moving objects around. Now look, if you don't believe that can happen, it's probably not going to happen in your life. The Bible tells us over and over again to believe. So I believe in things like this, and that's why it's possible for God to let things like that continue to happen in my life. Now before I close today, I want to tell you one more really cool story. This is about a trip that I went on with my family, Keith's family. And I'm sitting beside my mother-in-law on the way home on the airplane. And she's telling me that she doesn't sleep good at night. She hardly ever sleeps. The man next door has put lights out in his backyard, and they just glare into her bedroom windows. And she has a bad back and can't sleep at night. And I just, I already knew when I got home I was going to get those windows blackened out so she could at least sleep a little bit and not have so much light in her room. But as we get off the plane, we get to the car, and I hug her to tell her I love her and I'll see her later for lunch in the week. And as I put my arms around her, just to physically touching her, God dropped in my spirit. She doesn't have a bad back. She's got a bad bed. And I was like, I let her go. When I looked at her, I said, Mom, you don't have a bad back. You have a bad bed. She looked at me and said, you think? And I said, well, I don't know how old your bed is. How old is your bed? What's it? She says, well, I've had it ever since Jimmy died, while we lived in Coldwater, Mississippi. And I looked at my husband and I said, well, how long ago was that? And he said, oh, that's been 26, 28 years. And I said, Mom, you need a whipping. But anyway, the bottom line is I had a bed that I brought home from Colorado where I was in Bible college in storage. My husband and I packed that bed up. It's a sleep number bed. They're awesome. And we carried it to her house and set it up. Here's the thing. My mother-in-law did not have a bad back. She had a bad bed, and she sleeps really good at night now. And guys, I just want to say, I had no idea about her bed. And God is the one that told me that. I had no clue about that. But He will do little bit, that's how much He loves every one of us, is He will do little bitty things through people who are listening and want to glorify Him. He wouldn't have been able to tell me that if I wasn't willing to listen to Him and respond. So He told me about the bad bed, and now my mother-in-law has a good bed, and she sleeps at night. So anyway, I'm going to close for the day, and God bless you. I'm headed out, actually, to see my mother-in-law. We're going to her favorite little Mexican restaurant to have lunch. And so God bless you, and I'll see you right back here on Facebook. Bye-bye.